All right. So our second speaker today is Maxime, who is CEO of MaxLab, actually our partner institution that has been offering courses here at Carotech in different packages. We offer courses in basic computer knowledge as well as office suites. Uh, One thing that we'll realize in this community is that just like Didion just mentioned, even with IBM Guardian, that you still need a significant amount of Excel knowledge or Microsoft packages skills to be able to be successful. No company out there will employ you just because you have those skills, right? Because this is some kind of an assumption that you are supposed to know those skills. And being in this community, we have identified that knowledge gap in a lot of our trainees that go through this who are not able to give a very powerful presentation that can shine, be able to use the tool that is already required or assumed in their daily activity to be able to do their work. And that's why we bring up knowledge-based trainings like this to be able to help you bridge that gap. And welcome, Maxime. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put your hands together and welcome Maxime, please. Thank you, Maxime. All right.
Thank you so much, Doc. I hope you guys are hearing me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Doc. I'm so happy to be here. It's a great privilege for me to be part of this great community of transforming life, Those who are always working in the same direction, having the same mindset, always meet and partner to move in the same direction and change the life of so many, many, many people. So I'm called Foucault Maxime. I'm the CEO and founder of MaxLab. It's an IT center training in the Microsoft packages such as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, digital literacy, and also digital marketing. I'm here with Ngwa Ferdinand, which will also talk on the social media network or marketing. So I think that for this webinar, this is my second time of being here presenting. I know my first time was when I was a trainee in the Carotech. I think I was batch 8. I had to present on the networking. But today, so many years have passed, I've grown, I'm now a partner and an instructor in Carotech. Carotech is really changing life. It has changed my life. So I want to come and present much on what I've learned in the past years. So being in the field of IT, I've been there for about 20 plus years. I remember I started learning IT when I was in Form 1, the year 2000. And I've learned so many things precisely in the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, digital literacy. So many things that we really need to know. Our world of today is talking about digitalization and digitization, or digitize. There are two different terms having two different meanings. We have to move in the direction where oil is. And today, data is oil. We cannot tap from that oil if you don't have knowledge in IT. That's why the first thing, or the first program, or the first application I'll present today is Internet and Computing Core Certification, that is IC3, Digital Literacy. This is the foundation of employability in today's digital economy, the foundation of IT. You cannot enter into this field of IT without knowing about a computer. What is a computer? What is an operating system? The parts of a computer, the components of a computer, basic security of a computer. From my own small experience, when we do this training, even in the Carotech, most of the trainees there cannot even move a mouse. There are some basic things we just assume that but at times we are surprised that we face difficulties in knowing these things. So this particular course, IC3, if you don't know it, if you don't know the basic of computing, that is computer fundamentals, you cannot learn any of these other programs like Intuit, Swift, Adobe Certified Professional, Information Technology, Unity, communication skills, Autodesk, DBAs, project management, Microsoft, and so many other. This is just a foundation. It's just a foundation for you to have the mindset to touch so many other programs, IT-related programs. And we have a very broad course in this, which really gives you deep insight of what is digital literacy. And at the end of this, there is also an industry recognized certification that you can take, which is recognized worldwide, which will really open your doors into so many things. IS3. Okay, so next to this is Word and Excel. Word and Excel, very, very important. We know many of us here will really neglect this issue of all this program Word and Excel. When you are employed in an enterprise, like any enterprise there, we just assume that you have the knowledge of Word and Excel. Or when you write your resume, you have 10 years of experience here, 10 years of experience in doing this. When you reach there, most of the time they will test you in knowing about your skills in Word and Excel. You must not only know these things at your job site, but basically at home. For your own personal use, you are supposed to have a mastery of this basic tool, Word and Excel. Word, you have to know how to type. We type so many letters online there, resumes, letters to our friends. If you don't know how to format a letter or format a document, then I think you are really lost in this digital world. In the past, we used to write letters with our hands, we put in envelopes and send. But today, things are becoming digital. We need to understand how to really format a letter. And if you're in a professional milieu, you really need to know this, how to really format a letter in a professional way and transfer it to the recipient. Then in terms of Excel, related to database administrators, we are now, let me say in Africa, if we are moving into this digital world, we have to leave from this our filing system, this our paper system into what? Into this our database management system. But to leave from this our documentation to, let me say, a relational database management system, you have to pass through a database management system like Excel. You can create a database with Excel if you are a startup, that is a little company. You can create a database with Excel, not going too much with SQL because it will be a bit expensive. For example, let me just present one small Excel file I created to manage one group in here. These are the names of the trainees and the amount they pay with their various dates. So down here automatically does the calculations for this class, and this class. Then at this level, we have commission those who are chipping in something and auxiliary. Then at this other point, it gives a total, the grand total of all the sum of money that we have collected. Then here, you come at the level of the instructors, the hours you put per week, then automatically calculates the salary and it comes out a chart. It's just basic knowledge. It's not even something that you need to think so much. I don't need to be looking for papers to be writing that this one brought this one brought that. If one day it gets missing, what will I do? But with this, I can save it in the cloud and I retrieve it. So when I have this type of form, during payment, I already know that, okay, this one has this amount, this one has this amount, this instructor has this and this. Then the next morning, I just copy this file. I come at the level of the sheet here, I copy this file, I paste it here, and I just change February to March. And I continue with the calculation. It makes things very, very easy for an individual. So these are skills you really need to learn. In a professional milieu, at times you might be asked to migrate from, let me say, a CSV file in Excel to SQL. if I have this type of enterprise with this file, this Excel file I just presented to you guys, and I say, okay, now I need to migrate to SQL Server, and I call you guys from Cavitech, you have 10 years experience, you have this and that please come and migrate this my database to SQL. If you don't have knowledge in Excel, you won't succeed. You will surely come and take some serious crash courses in Excel to perform this type of tasks, because there will be serious money therein. So it is very, very important. Even to analyze data, Excel is needed. You draw charts, pivot tables, and even using macros if you want to go at the higher end. So the advantage of this is in your professional milieu, it comes to supplement your knowledge. And when you supplement your knowledge, they will discover, maybe your boss will discover that you have additional skills. And additional skills can carry you higher than others without this knowledge. Very, very important. Additional skills can carry you higher. So let me just move forward. I saw a certain job description in the Upwork, an assistant to compile contact lists from database to mail out and make spreadsheets and phone calls, looking for students who is creative and knows Excel and Word to compile contact lists from a databases to send out letters and make spreadsheet of every letter that goes out. You know it is possible. If, for example, you're working in a company, I will try to relate it at this level. You're working with let me say, this NAO, a company that supplies power in Cameroon. You're working with NAO and they have to send in, let me say, invoices in your email. They have about 1,000 contacts. You know you can use the combination of Word and Excel to send out this email by just a click. And this is the type of job description we are doing here. Just a small demo on this. Let me just open okay. This is a blank workbook. I will just write here that first name, first name, here, last name. Then here I can say the bill. Then here I will say email. I will just need 3. Can you just send me your email? Let me just do an application here. Eric, can you just give me, let me put your first name here. What's the second name? Or your last name?
I'll send you mine as well.
Okay, I just need 3. Just try to just send in the chat.
All right, let me add another one. Okay, you got some more emails.
Where is my chat here even? Okay. So, okay. Okay. Paste here. Paste here. Okay. Paste here. Okay. Let me just establish this list. Okay. So I have here contact. All of these names start with contact. Was I not copying?
For some reason, this Zoom prevents copying. I just realized. Let me send them to your WhatsApp group, your WhatsApp message.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, let me pick you on my WhatsApp.
Yes, please. All right, I'll send it to your WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay, and the last one. So here we have the emails. Yes, for Denise. Here we Valentine. Lenya. Shabby. And efficient. Okay, let's assume that this bill will have here 50, 20, 80, and 60 here. I will need to convert this to a table. Yeah, it's a table now. Okay, this is formatted. Let me name this sheet bill. Then I save it. Let me save it in my as webinar. Webinar. Okay, save. Okay, with this now, I can open my Word document. Here's my Word document. I can just come and I attach this file. I come on mailing. Select recipient, use an existing list. I try to locate this file. I saved it in my document. Webinar. Okay, here is it. This is the database I created. Okay. Okay, so I come here. I say, okay, dear Mr. I come here, I insert a field. I say first name, space, last name, comma. Your bill is where the dollar sign. That's I come here and I insert the field for bill. Okay, let me just write it down. Don't write a complicated message. Then I can preview it. If I preview, you see the first is Dennis Kiawi. I go to the next, Valentine Lenya, Babila Chia. So you can have thousands of these names. Okay, then let me send at the level of sending to, which field will I choose? Based on the database I created in Excel, I say, okay, I want the email field. Subject, bill. I click on OK. Okay. So now please just verify your email and let me know.
Yeah, I received it.
Okay. So this is the power of Word and Excel. People don't know. They don't even have an idea. And I believe that in so many enterprises, they need people with such knowledge to really come and tell them that Word and Excel, a combination of these two, can perform this type of task. You send it to thousands of your contacts just in a click. I can still generate the same, you can still generate the same letter and print Just writing it once and generate thousands of them and print. If you want to do it by mailing, it still goes. So this is a job description I saw online in the Upwork, and we're looking for those with these skills to come and have this type of job for you to be paid. We knew in the past that Word and Excel just to come and supplement your professionalism in the corporate milieu, but you can as well use it to look for jobs as a freelancer. It is very, very possible, and it is well paid. Okay, so the next thing I'll talk about is about PowerPoint presentation. PowerPoint is, let me say, presentation is something you can never run from. As a professional, you must present. Whether you like it or not, you must present. And most of the time, those presenting don't really master the basics of presentation. For example, you know, the first thing I will explain is visualizing your data. How do you visualize your data? These are two separate ways of shared. Okay, these are two separate ways of presenting this same data. You can just come here and you type, let me say, population density, and you type Nigeria 95% and all these percentages, as well as you can present it like this with this type of chart. If you present it this way, the audience will concentrate on reading. They will not concentrate on what you are saying. They will put much energy in trying to read what you are struggling to explain. But if you come with a chart like this, they can better visualize, because this chart organizes it in descending order. Meanwhile, with this, it's a bit scattered, haphazard. So in terms of presentation, for you to be writing so much text, we prefer you using charts, which is better for the viewer. Okay, now there's a concept that less is more. Less is more. Look at, for example, these two other presentations before databases, traditional paper-based information storage. If you come here with so much text at this left-hand side and you start reading, the viewers can also read. They will not concentrate on what you are saying. They will bring you will lose their focus. But if you come and you put an image, that is why it said that a picture worth more than 1,000 words. If you present this traditional database and instead of presenting this text, you read it out, you say it with instead this image in front here, they will better understand than you presenting just text and be reading. So in PowerPoint presentation, images are better than text. But so many people don't know. They just come and they just pack so much text on their presentation and they start reading. They start reading and going forward, as if those observing the viewers can read. I remember when I was doing an internship in Camtel, we used to do presentation every Friday. So some of my friends came with so much text, and when they started reading, the CEO just said, "Stop. When you are looking at us, are we dull people? We can read with you. So put images there and present, talk what you know. You have to show mastery of content." Then the next explanation is about, which is so common. Many presenters don't know the difference between the presenter's view and slideshow view. For example, this one here, shown here, is known as the presenter's view. Presenter's view means that the one the presenter is observing. Because when you observe it, this is the one the viewers are seeing. Like what you guys are seeing now, you are not seeing my presentation. But let me see the presenter's view. This is what you guys are seeing. But on my own side, I can see a preview of what will come after this. It can make me prepare. I can also write notes in such a way that this here, I know that this is what I have to say. But many people, when they are presenting, instead of displaying the slideshow view, they will display the presenter's view. And there's a way of doing that. Let me just see. This Zoom is hiding. Let me see. Okay. Let me switch the mode. For example, look at this. This is the presenter's view. I hope you guys are seeing the presenter's view now.
Yeah.
Instead of the slideshow. If you just come up here where you have display settings and you click on this arrow, you see a swap, presenter view, and slideshow. You can easily do the swapping here. If you discover that you are presenting the wrong view or the wrong screen, you can just come up here and you swap and you go back to the normal view. So in short, this is what I presented. I prepared for you guys for presentation, just to encourage you that in your professional milieu or in your personal life, you need the skills of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, digital literacy. My friend, my colleague will come and talk on the social media marketing. But before he comes, I don't know if you have any questions on this, because we're offering courses on this, which will start soon to boost you up to boost
Thank you so much for that brief overview, Maxime. And of course, this presentation is not was not intended to give you everything that you need to know as far as office suites are concerned. One of the things that we think is very, very important is that you need to have these on your tool set. There are certain things that you need to have it on your tool set to be successful in this professional field, and some of these are very, very necessary. And we feel that you taking part of this will help you a lot in preparing yourself for the next career leap. And of course, those that did it for the first batch that we launched it, we're very happy with the outcome. And I'm quite sure that just today, with this brief overview, you've noticed one or two things that probably you did not even know that you can do it. And these are some of the few things that we will teach you throughout this. Typically, it's an 8 weeks training. And within this 8 weeks, each one of these office suites goes for that 8 weeks, and you move to the next one and so on. All right, let me open up room for question. Anybody has a question?
I dropped one in the chat.
Okay, there's a question on the chat. Let's see. Does that work only for billing or generally when sending notices or updates to client? The example that you presented, does it work generally for anything that you want to send notice to client? Maxime, that's the question.
It works for anything. It depends on the database you create. I just created a billing database. You can go on SQL and you extract a database there, you extract a table and you send it to multiple people, depending on the fields you would choose. And you write just a single letter and you choose the various columns. Then you dispatch it. So it's not just for billing. You can write letters to multiple people.
And I'm one of the people that have really learned this for the first time, which I didn't really know I could do this. I remember quite well, I've been in a situation where I have to send so many letters that are customized. And I don't want to send out a generic letter to everyone by addressing dear sir or dear madam. And I'm forced to really literally do it one letter after another, which tends to take a lot of time. So and a technique like this can really, really help on that. Okay. So, all right. So the next question here is, what is the cost? What is the cost of this training? Maxime, you have a slide on that. You can pull it up, please.
Yes, I do. Let me just.
All right. So generally, we offer these courses together, right? So I can also answer that question. These courses, we have made it such a way that it's within everyone's reach. And I can also pull it up from here. Let me see. Hold on. If I can quickly pull that. Yeah, there you go. There's one. Download. Let me share my screen. All right. Okay. So these are the various programs that we just talked about here, and for each one of these office suites is an 8 weeks intensive training, and you can see we've made it really, really affordable for everyone. For those who are in third world countries, so they will pay $100, and US and Western world, that will be $399, payable in 2 installments, right? So that's what you have. each one of these office suites. And there's also discount depending on how many of these trainings you would like to take. For our digital literacy, this digital literacy is something that we have really seen it work tremendously. And in the last batch, we had a very good turnout for a lot of people that just, even if for someone who has no interest in learning any of our advanced training, right, just wants to become computer literate. You have one of your aunt or uncle or sister who is really struggling a lot with computers. This is a good program for them to sign up for, and it will help them a lot actually in that direction. And it's also highly discounted in that same rate, as well as the digital literacy, which they're going to talk about it soon. That is actually the cost of this training, and all these different trainings like this come with instrumental payments. All right. Okay. Any more question? All right. If there's no question, please let's put our hand together for Maxime. Thank you so much, Maxime.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
All right. So the next presenter today, we'll be talking about digital literacy. Maxime, I'll give you room to introduce him and bring him in on board.
Yes, he's Ngwa Ferdinand. He's an expert in digital marketing. He has over 10 plus years of experience. Ferdinand.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Good day, everyone.
Hi,
Thanks for the
Ferdinand.
introduction. Hello,
Yes.
Doctor. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. Good.
All
I
right.
appreciate the opportunity given to me to be here with you today to talk about something we are doing right now, which is digital marketing. Here we're talking with a couple of our customers, potential and probably future students, and we're using digital marketing tools, which is Zoom, a webinar, to initiate first contact and probably follow up with future discussions or encourage them to take the course. Here, I will just start off by putting up my presentation. Okay, can you see my screen?
It's coming up. Yes.
Okay. Like Maxim said, I am Ngwa Ferdinand. Brief story about me. I have close to 10 years of experience in digital marketing. I've been practicing mostly in Cameroon. I've worked with a couple of companies as a lead digital marketer. I've worked with Chococam, if you know about chocolates in Cameroon, as the lead digital marketer there. I'm currently head of digital communications in the Loan Energy Company in Cameroon. And I've also been a consultant on several projects around Africa when it comes to digital marketing. I also, from time to time, share my knowledge as a trainer as a university around in Cameroon, in some universities in Cameroon. Yeah, so that's a few things about me. We'll probably get to know more as we proceed. So today we are to talk about digital marketing, the power of digital marketing and opportunities that you might find in the field. So let's just proceed to our agenda. Our agenda is simple. Was digital marketing? Why are people going online? A brief history, types of digital marketing you'll find out there. And then the 5 Ds of digital marketing is very important to know. The goals of digital marketer. Why choose digital marketing over traditional marketing? let's just proceed. First slide. What is digital marketing? What we need to know is digital marketing is a subset of traditional marketing. People, anything you do, you might find ads on TV or when you're driving home on billboards and all that. You find that is part of traditional marketing. But today, with the advent of technology, there's been a buzzword called digital marketing, which actually an umbrella term to refer to those efforts to bring your goods and services to the customer or to a target audience via internet or connected devices. So here you'll find an array of things that we probably come in contact every blessed day, be it an SMS received from your phone provider, an email, a video that you're watching on YouTube and you see an ad that will pop up. You'll find sometimes when you're searching on Google, you notice that some things are always coming up with an icon like an ad somewhere around. And that is all about digital marketing. It's all those things we put in place to drive your message to the customer via anything connected today. Let's proceed to the next slides. Why online activities are increasing? The first thing is for information. People go online to get new products, know about new products, know about how to get to their work job sites by using Google Maps. So they search for information via the internet. So when they are searching for information, on the other hand, you as a company or as an individual that wants to be known, you have to furnish that information online. So it works for individuals, it works for organizations. Activities online are also increasing because for entertainment purposes, people are going online to be entertained. Today, people spend a lot of time on YouTube and recently TikTok to watch videos to distract themselves. So that's a place where you can actually go and get fun. Netflix is booming. Many other platforms out there are very interesting for distraction. So since people are going to get entertained, and the individual or the organization, on the other hand, can use those platforms to showcase what they want to, what they're offering. Furthermore, you have situations of people looking for jobs. There are a plethora of platforms out there where you can actually get a job as either work for a company or even as a freelance. Online activities also for communication. We are here, for instance, telling you about what we offer at Kiawi Tech Academy, and that is also us going online. So digital today, the online activities, you have an array of things that are happening out there, and it's an opportunity for companies, for individuals to go out there and tell the world what they are doing. So how you get to them now, that's where the job of the digital marketer starts. So a short story about digital marketing, first used in 1990 with the launch of first search engine called Aki. First clickable web ad was in 1994. To explain what is search engine. Today, when you want to look for something out there, people always say Google it. Google it. Google is actually a website, but its main purpose is to provide information when you search. So it's a search engine. There are several search engines out there, but depending on where you find yourself geographically, you might either be using more of Google, Bing, or what have you have out there. So depending on where you find yourself, there are certain search engines that would make more sense to develop your activity around them than others. In the US, for instance, you guys use a lot of Bing to do search, even Yahoo to do search. But in Africa and Cameroon, for instance, where I am, Google is the first search engine. That is, it's the first website, it's the most visited website in Cameroon. So if I want to if I want to be known through search engine, I should work or develop my activities such that Google should always rank me first when they search information about me. So if Kiawitech, for instance, wants to be identified or presented as first on search engine each time someone searches DBA trainings in Cameroon, they have to do some work such that Google will always place them top of a list when you do search. So the first search engine was in 1990, clickable ad banner 1994. What are clickable ad banners? Usually when you are reading an article online, or maybe you go on Amazon or Alibaba or one of these very big e-commerce platform, and you click on something, maybe you don't buy, but and you close the website, you go on another website, you notice that there is advert about the content you were trying to check showing on a different website. That is a clickable ad, and it's usually configured to follow you depending on the information you have left around the internet. Every time you search a website or you search on Google or Bing, each time you go on Facebook and you check something, usually you leave some information and it tells the platform that, okay, if someone targets Mr. Foucault Maxim, who is searching for maybe free training in Excel, I should target him with that advert. That is where you find clickable ads coming your way, following you like this, as if it's a ghost. Further, you have Yahoo, launched in 95, first e-commerce website or transaction over the net in 94, with Netmark. Netmark no longer existed. Today, we have Amazon and other big platforms out there. First social media site is 97. It's not the Facebook you know, but it was 6degrees.com. It's no longer existing, but that's the ancestor of social media platform. Birth of Google is 98, and 99 was Microsoft search engine was same year. This is just to make you understand all these things were developed around, and they are still being developed today. And each time a new platform is developed, you will notice that it defines, or you have to work towards being there. Before, maybe 2 or 3 years back, there was no TikTok. Today there's TikTok and everyone is on TikTok. People want to get viral. With the COVID, it was a boom with viral content on TikTok. So as an individual or a small businessman or even a company, you want to reach your target online, note, you need to know how to use TikTok. You need to know how to get your content viral on TikTok such that you can pass through your message. So it's very important to have a comprehension or a mastery of all these platforms, so that when you are developing your campaign or when you're trying to take your business online, you know where to go to and how to go about it. If not, it's wastage of energy. If not, it is wastage of resources. We'll move to the next slide, which is the different types of digital marketing you find there. Note, digital marketing is an umbrella term. Umbrella. In digital marketing, there are several fields that you find and several activities that you will discover. It runs from search engine optimization to viral marketing. Every day there are new ones that are created, but the main ones that you always find out there that always or have always been existing is social search engine marketing, which is you have, how do I make my content good enough for Google to place first top on search engine? You can do a search, you can type something right now, DBA trainings in or doctor, where is Kiawitech in the US, for instance, please?
In Houston, Texas.
Okay, you could just search DBA training in Houston, Texas, cheapest or something like that. And if you find Kiawitech appearing top of list, it means you're doing a great job. If not, we need to go back to the drawing board and do some work about it. So these are some of the things you find with digital marketing. People create websites, people create content, but when you search them online, from your experience, when you do search online, the reflex is that you always end at the first page, and usually the top 3 or 4 links that appear, the top 3 or 4 results that you find on this display. You never go to the second page, third page, fourth page, what have you. You always believe that if they are not on the first page, it's not on the first page, it is not good content. It's not actually what you're looking for. So as for everyone participating in this webinar today, if you have an activity and you're trying to be present online, always go back and do that check. If you are not first on list or first top of this the search list or search list on the first page, it means you need to do some work. And to do that work is search engine optimization. It has to do with going back to the drawing board. What type of website do you have? Is it the most recent version? If yes, are you putting in the right content with respect to what people are searching? Are you using the right keywords? Are your images optimized? Is your content viral? I mean, you have to do some work either on the website or off the website. Yes, there's some work to be done. You have pay-per-click, which is actually adverts that you click on banners. You find them on any website. When you're reading some news item on a blog, you find an intrusive advert there. It's actually inviting you to click. It's actually pay-per-click. There is a whole wall out there, a whole different way of doing things for you to arrive at that result. So it's very important to know that. The most known one we know around us is social media, because we're on social media. Probably each and everyone here should be at least on 2 or 3 social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, what have you. So since we are there, Facebook is about 1.8 billion users, 8 billion accounts, and they have very interesting numbers in terms of active users per month. And depending on your region, you need to know which platform I should focus on. In Africa, for instance, people are mostly on Facebook, Instagram, and most recently, there's a growing interest in TikTok. But with that, if you have maybe just a few coins, a few dollars you want to spend on digital, which one do you prioritize? It's very important to have that information so you can know which social media I should focus on and which will not take much time so that I can produce the best result. You have mobile advertising or they also call it mobile marketing. It's a very fascinating domain in digital marketing. When you receive an SMS from an operator inviting you to subscribe to an offer, that's mobile marketing working. When you step in an airport and you connect to the Wi-Fi and an ad pops up every second, even in the mall, that's mobile marketing working. So it's also a domain under digital marketing. It's vast. There are people who are just specialized in conceiving campaigns using mobile marketing. You have maybe you develop an app for Kiawi Tech or for any other activity out there, and you want people to download the app and use them. It's mobile marketing strategies that you're going to put in place. You have content marketing. I already spoke about search engine optimization, TV or radio advertising. Well, nowadays we have more and more connected devices, I mean smart TVs. So there are people who conceive ads just to feature on those screens. Influencer marketing is also a talk of the day. When someone has a couple of followers, you can be defined or you can call yourself an influencer and can be used to reach more audience for a given customer. It's very rampant in Cameroon, where I am. You find mostly the telcos using any individual that is creating content that has an interesting fan base or that are very engaging. they'll go towards them and use them to place adverts. You find them on most skits, mostly Nigerian skits. When they are doing skits like comedy shows, somewhere they'll stop and tell you they have promo code for this or that. That is actually influence marketing or affiliate marketing working. But for you to get to the point where you want to use, for instance, maybe I don't know which comedian to use, for instance, to use him, you need to make sure that comedian has impact on the target you want to reach, the audience you want to talk to. So how do you get there? There is some work to be done behind. Lastly, but not the least, I said this list is not exhaustive. You have viral marketing. It's all about conceiving campaigns or putting together ideas so that they can get viral. How do you make content viral? So your job every day, or what you're thinking every day, how do I create content such that the next day you find them on every device or people talking about it out there? Viral marketing is an approach, or it's a technique in digital marketing, but there's a well thought process behind. So here I have a few types of digital marketing, not all. On the screen here, you are not seeing email marketing, but out there, it's something people invest a lot in. I mean, there are companies that are putting a lot of money to develop their email marketing because that is where they make money. Sending emails, making sure you know how many people have read the mails, what did they focus on when they were reading the mails, did they click on the link, what was the time spent on the email, how many bounces did you have? For instance, when you send a bulk emails, maybe 20,000, how many emails actually got to the final target customer? How many of them did open? Now, why? You need, there are platforms like MailChimp and many out there. You can configure your campaigns there. How do you grow your email list? For instance, Tech, 10 years of experience in training. How many emails do you have? How do you leverage on that to get more people to, for instance, participate in our webinar? So those are things you can do. You can look into when you are doing digital marketing and to reach your goals. We'll move to the next slide, which is the 5 Ds of digital marketing. These are actually the pillars of digital marketing. Digital marketing, like I said, is leveraging connected devices or the internet to propose solutions or services to your customers. So how do you get to them? The first one is the device. Are you reaching them on PC, on smart TV, on wearable watches or wearable devices? Are you reaching them via their phones? You need to know. You need to know how you get to them. The digital platforms, is it social media? Is it the website? How are you going to talk to them once you have moved in, you have connected to them via a device? For instance, you know, okay, I can talk to Maxim via his smart TV. What platform on the smart TV can I use to talk to him? That is how you need to define the digital platform. The media, which type of media is prominent? Is it video? Is it text? Is it image? Which of them? What is the mix? What do I put in the package to get Maxim to focus on my content? It's very important. The last, when people interact with your content out there, be on Facebook, be it on Google and all that, they create data. Which the data is very important because these platforms, unlike traditional marketing, they give you the possibility to know exactly what people are doing on these platforms using the data they provide. Each time you search something on Google, is data you're providing. Each time you spend time on Facebook, you are telling Facebook knows exactly how many people are connecting and what time and what they are looking for. So you as an individual or business that you want to use digital marketing, you can use the data to better define your strategies to approach them on platform. So it's very important to have to know the data, to know how to use it, and to leverage on that for the next step. Then lastly is technology. Is your technology recent? How are you using it? How can you leverage on the technology, the digital technology provided? Today, you hear out there Chat GPT. I'm sure maybe you've come around it. It means, unlike previously when you do search, the search engine will get information and give you. But nowadays, or in the nearest future, you have a situation where when you do search, there's going to be an artificial intelligence that's going to create content for you, do assignments for people, rewrite your essays, and even I was reading the other day, one of the bots actually got a PhD, like an artificial intelligence writing a thesis, and humans are validating based, thinking that is good. So you have the digital technology, it's artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, all of that. You need to know which one is good for your activity. It's always, we are going to digital, but you need to know what's the goal of digital marketing. It's reaching the right audience, engaging with them, motivating the audience to take action. Efficient spending is very important, and return on investment. That's why you're using digital. You understand that with the next slide, which is the importance of digital marketing. There are 7 pillars, 7 key benefits of digital marketing. The first one is provide equal opportunities for everyone. It's very important. Traditional marketing, unlike that out there, when a company like, let's say we are talking about maybe General Motors. General Motors is a several years of being in activity. They have been producing cars for several years, and you decide today that you want to start your own company that will produce cars. You note General Motors, they have experience, they have been doing traditional marketing, people know about them. So you are going in a field where it's not plain. The guys are up there, you are down there. But with digital marketing, it's a plain field. You can have someone starting today, and the next day he's above you or beyond you, because he's using the tool better than you. So it gives equal opportunity to everyone. There's nothing about experience. You just need to know how to use the platform or the tools. You can target your audience. You can know exactly who to talk to. Unlike when you place an advert on a billboard out there, you're not too sure about if the target audience have actually viewed your billboard. But on digital, you can define that. You can tell Google, I want my content to be shown to girls of or women of more than 40 years, nothing more, nothing less. You want to talk only to people of maybe who are speaking Spanish, German, or just English. Those are some of the configurations. These are some of the configurations you can put out there to reach your audience, and that's why it's targeted, unlike traditional. It's cost effective. With $1, you can do an ad. With $1,000, you can do an ad. And you can actually, each time you do an activity, it can tell you exactly how much you're having as a return on investment, how much you're getting in. So you can actually iterate. You can always come and revise, see if you are not doing the right thing. If you're not doing, you can always change and adapt so that you are cost effective. There's a high possibility of brand recognition. A viral content where your logo that goes out there makes it people will know about you, and each time they think about maybe the content, or they'll see you behind it. So it's possible to actually build your brand across all the digital tools out there, so that you can actually be recognized each time, or even out of the digital world. Provides you exposure. We all see that every day. Possibility to increase revenue, and gives measurable results. Each of the platforms out there will always give you statistics on how you're performing. So you can actually tell, I reached 10 customers. Out of the 10 potential customers, I converted 1, 2, 3. It's possible to know that at every point in time. That is how it's how important digital marketing is. So we'll proceed to the next slide, which is actually telling you the difference between traditional and digital marketing. One is expensive, one is cost effective. Another one has limited audience. Another one has large audience, variety of sources, non-versatile, high conversion rate. Yes, possible to convert easily on digital, unlike traditional. You have measurable results and possibility to have immediate communication. If you want to reach out to people, just go to Facebook, you post your stuff, it's out there. But if you want to do it on TV, it's a long process. You need to program ahead of time, negotiate for the passage, and it's not very, very malleable. We can talk about digital marketing and end the presentation without what brought us here, the opportunities you can find out there. So there are several job opportunities. This is actually a summary of how the domain is paying in the US. This is a data from 2020. Probably there's been a progress, and with COVID, these figures are probably higher than this or even better. You see email specialists earning about 54 a year, a digital marketing specialist 50, and right down to social media. These are the most highest paid. This list is not exhaustive. There are many other job profiles you find in digital marketing. So just for your knowledge, you can find this and more online. Just search, depending on your area, they will tell you how much or about how much you can get with a digital marketing profile or one of the profiles you find out there. So what are the key roles in digital marketing? I put together about 15. There are many more. Like I said, depending on the platform that is being developed, you find new profiles being created, or people specialize in a specific domain where they make a lot of money. So you have analytics managers right down to web designers that are all in the galaxy of digital marketing. Content managers, people who create content, their job is just to create content for you and you pay them. There are platforms out there, like if you go on Fiverr, you go on Upwork, you go on freelancers.com. There are many freelancing platforms out there where what they need you to do is just create content for them. Write an article of maybe 750 characters and you get paid $150, depending on your experience, depending on how long you've been on the platform, the reviews you have, you can bargain for more. You have CRM managers, digital account managers, and sales directors. There's something on LinkedIn, very powerful tool we use usually to showcase who we are, but we don't know we can use it to actually sell. There's a tool there called LinkedIn Sales Navigator. With that, it can actually tell you who is doing what on LinkedIn and who is actually looking out to buy what on LinkedIn. So it's a tool that actually puts on one side the person looking for an opportunity and the person who can provide an opportunity. So if you want to use a tool, you just pay a few dollars, and LinkedIn will upgrade your account such that you can see those opportunities and use it to learn more, probably more sales and deals. You have digital director, head of digital, integrated copywriters, digital marketing manager or web manager. There's a profile where your job is just to upgrade content for a website. There are companies who will recruit someone whose job is just to maintain the website, make sure they put the latest content out there and optimize it so that your search engine, each time you want information about the business, is going to appear top. So you have a profile like that. You have e-commerce manager. Imagine you find yourself Amazon. How does it work? How do they make it so every time they always have content, and they're organizing Black Fridays, they're organizing flash sales on the platform. You have some guy who's in charge of the e-commerce platform. There are many of them, but his job is to make sure that he identifies opportunities with respect to what people are searching for, and get suppliers that are going to satisfy those needs. Marketing directors, marketing executive, what we should know is that digital marketing is a field that you can come in and you specialize and you're just doing one of those, maybe you do search engine optimization and all of that. But nowadays, as a marketing manager or communications manager, even an IT, it's good to have some knowledge in digital marketing, because you need to know how to sell yourself or your business on this platform. So having a basis knowledge about digital marketing is a plus. So you find digital marketing directors with a background in digital marketing being a must-have to have the job. So you have job profiles or job offers that will tell you for the job, you need to have some notions in digital marketing. If not, you can't have the job. So these are a few roles you find out there. There are many more out there. And then further this is how much they pay on average. In some digital marketing roles, you find them, you find out there. This is from Indeed. Social media specialist about 43 per year, right down to analytics manager, which is earning about 100,000 a year. So you have user experience designer, UX designer, 89. What is a UX designer? Nowadays, websites are not just things that you just do out like you just create the website and it's out there. No, there's a thought process to develop your website nowadays. So there are people whose job is to know exactly what the target customer or how he behaves on the website, and conceive an interface or a platform that responds or answers to the needs of the target customer, hence the user experience designer. So it's designing the website. Is not just a platform where you have information there, but it's actually a portal where you develop experience all through. You can do that. Go check the website from, for instance, Pepsi. You see when you get on the website, the impression you have on the website makes you stay there, and the more you stay there, you're making more money for Pepsi. So user experience designers, that are profiles that are actually looking for them out there, and these are some of the profiles you find in digital marketing. Take home digital marketing is that form of marketing that uses digital channel or platforms to exchange or create value with target audience. That's what you should know. Now, in the domain, there are several things several domains or several careers you can develop out there. With that, I am done with my presentation. I'm open to questions.
Thank you, Ferdinand. Appreciate your presentation. And the first question, I will ask the first question. What background does someone need in order to pursue a career like a training like this, for example?
First, you need to know how to read and write. That's just it. And okay, you should be passionate about it. Extra, what do I mean by this? You need just to know how to read and write, but some basic knowledge is important. Excel, like the training offered by my colleague Maxim, is interesting to have. Need to know how to use your computer and all that. A background in communication is a plus. A background in IT is a plus. A background in marketing is a plus. But the fee is open to everybody that is open to creativity, because sometimes the most viral content you find out there, they are not developed by experts in communication or marketing. It's just somebody in the neighborhoods who has just done something out of the normal, which is normal, and you find it going viral. So it's open to everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Questions, please. Anybody has any question? Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together one more time for Ferdinand, please. Thank you so much, Ferdinand.
Thank you.
Appreciate your presentation, sir. We will also be putting up more announcement on our platforms when these programs will be starting. For those that have loved ones, or if you're interested and want to join the platform, you will be notified, and we can pick it up from there. And also feel free to reach out to our communication team as well as our student service representative team for any further questions regarding all these different programs that were presented here today. If there is no last question for the road, I would like to take this opportunity. Any question?
When is DBAs starting?
All
The new
right.
batch of DBAs.
Say it again.
The new batch of DBAs.
Oh, well, the new batch of our DBA training, it's April 1st. Applications are ongoing right now. And if you have not yet applied, you should go ahead and apply. And one of the members of our student representative team will reach out to you with the next step to follow. So we have already an onboarding. Last one was last weekend. We have another one coming up on the 5th, which is then used to help you know exactly what is needed as you prepare for the training coming April 1st, 2023. And also for those planning to take our AWS training, it started last week. So the training is already going on. This week is the last week to admit anyone in that training. So if you're interested, let us know. For our Azure training, the program starts April 24th. And for our Microsoft suites, it's March 1st. And digital marketing as well, March 1st. We'll put up this announcement in the days ahead. So stay tuned for more announcements. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our Tuesday webinars are back. I look forward to seeing you next week, Tuesday, where we shall be having a powerful presentation with one of our senior Azure engineers in the community, who will be talking about careers in the cloud, and also one of the important things that he has learned while working as a senior cloud engineer. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. I'll see you soon. All right.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Doc.
Doc.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Good morning, everyone.
Thank you.